And of course, here we are at number 2 in Gillette Stadium for another delightful. Okay, there's a lot to say about my feelings about this game. Let's look at the stats. First off, the New England Patriots. It's wonderful to watch them just lose in the most hilarious type of way. Again, it wasn't the most. It's like the second most. The most was last week. The second most is this week. But, once again in this game, as it was for the Texans-Chiefs game last week, I'm rooting against the Bengals. I'm rooting against the better team. And the Patriots almost won the game. You can't trust bad teams to win football games. When you're a fan of a good team and you're like, all right, I'm cheering for the Texans today, and I'm cheering for the Patriots today to beat the better team and give my team a better chance at the 1 seed. Let's go. You can't trust. You can't trust them. Once again, the Patriots just, my goodness, the funniest game ever. And then we'll just throw in the fact that I know it was windy, but was there no made field goals in this game? Extra point or otherwise? And then also no made 2-point conversions either? Bengals come out, score a touchdown real quick. Higgins is incredible. Touchdown real quick, 6-0. Line up for the extra point, miss. Touchdown real quick, 12-0. Line up for the 2-point conversion, fail. Hit a field goal. No, they made a field goal, huh? Didn't they? Did they not? They did not. Wait. I'm having trouble seeing the field goal here. They did hit a field goal. They hit a field goal. That's how they got 15 points. And then for a big chunk of the game, the score is 15-0, which is just... When you look at that, all I can think of is, of course, Bill Belichick is in a 15-0 game in December. This is just what he lives for. He just sits there and says, any game that's just an awkward number is just the way I like to play. He loves it. You know that Bill Belichick just wants to win games like 11 to 12. And he got to the 12 by a 2-point conversion touchdown with 2 safeties. And the other team got to 11 because they had a touchdown, an extra point, and 2 safeties. There were 4 safeties in the game. That's Bill's dream. And everyone wore leather helmets, and they ran the wing tee. Bill Belichick just wants to win a game like he watched when he was a child. And so it's just... These games are always happening. And apparently, Tom Brady's learning to play games like this, too. He learned from the best. Bill said... You know, Tom, if you can win games by scoring less than 20 points, that's a superior way to win football games. And so now, then the Bengals score another touchdown before half, up 22-0, which is, once again, a hilarious score. Then the Patriots score a touchdown, miss the extra point, nailed it. And then they score another touchdown, and they go for 2 and fail. And that's wonderful. And then... they score another touchdown, which was a lateral? Would you call it a lateral, or would you call it like a set? You know, he threw the ball, sets it up, Myers catches it, goes in the end zone. Touchdown. That's amazing. That play was amazing. And you know why that play was so amazing? Because where was it last week when you were at the 50-yard line and you needed to throw a Hail Mary? Where was that play? Instead, you ran a draw? What the hell is that about? Anyway, then, after that touchdown, Bengals fumble. Patriots get the ball back. And they get the ball in the goal line. Down by 4. At this moment in the game, I have to remind you that the Patriots had. Oh, I can't even select a 66% chance of winning. When they got the first down, and it was 1st and goal, and then Stevenson fumbled the ball. Check out the win probability on this game. You got the ESPN app, pull it up. It is just a super bounce. They were 66% chance. It's the only time that they were favored to win the game. And then it just deflects immediately back up because the next play, Stevenson fumbles it. And then they even get another chance, and I'm hoping for that. Do you think when they lined up for that, they're in their own territory? Which, by the way, there's a pick 6 in this game. And it was the first time that the Patriots possessed the ball on this pick 6 in Bengals territory. There's a graphic. It's in the highlight replay. Watch it. Right before that pick 6, there's a little graphic that says, Bengals, 37 plays in Patriot territory. Patriots, 0 plays in Bengals territory. It's amazing. And then, just like that, interception pick 6, 22-6, because no one can make an extra point. I know it was windy. And if it wasn't windy, see, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It was windy. Oh, you missed it. If it wasn't windy, then that's just between you and God, or whatever you want to say. Shame of missing. I mean, it's both kickers. Like, there had to be windy, but may I imagine both kickers just having a terrible day? I would love one of these games to just end up being 0-0 because both kickers, not because of the win, but just because both kickers are doing really poorly, and they line up for like 4 field goals. Both of them miss each one. They line up, it's like 0 for 8 for the game. And the game is 0-0. I'd love just a complete failure like that. That sounds hilarious. And that's what a lot of this game was. And with the Bengals having 442 yards, obviously 3 turnovers, obviously pick 6, a lot of those things are just huge, crazy plays that can happen, and it's not that. Jamar Chase, Higgins, Irwin misses a touchdown catch that would have just ended this dumb game, but it didn't. And they kept having obscure score numbers. I wish the Patriots were actually losing 22-18 because they made 6 field goals. That would have been a better route for me. But, they got there. They line up for the Hail Mary. And everyone's just sitting there wondering, are they going to do some sort of throwback lateral play? It was like, nope. Just attempt to throw a Hail Mary that you just can't make the throw because it's really far. I think it was like 65 yards, something like that. I don't think he can throw that far. And then, or at least consistently. And then, also, there was a really cool punt in this. I think the punter dropped the football while he was about to punt it. He's lining up, and he just kind of like drops it onto the ground. It's like he dropped to kick it, but he just dropped it and then didn't kick it. And then he picks it up and then kind of runs and does like a run-turn side kick, which I just wish punters would do that more often. Kind of like a fake punt, you know? Like it looks like they're running a fake punt, but then they punt it anyways. Double fake. Oh, I'm so confused. You just double faked us out and then made a bad punt. That's what it looks like. It wasn't that. It's always amazing to see a punter like getting tackled while they punt it. I love it because the punters, they're really not ever supposed to get touched. They're really not supposed to get tackled. They're physically not that prepared for things like that. But watching a punter just still try to get a punt off while getting tackled is kind of the most like ambitious activity in football. It looks kind of badass. So I'll give it to them. Either way, the Bengals still win. The Bengals are still 11-4. Bills Bengals next week. If the Bills lose, they'll get sent to the 3 seed. If the Bengals win, they shoot up to the 2 seed. And then it's a big swing for the Bills. As for the Patriots, they play the Bills last game of the season and the Dolphins second last game of the season. They can win. And if this game is scrappy and silly, as the Patriots play, the Dolphins could have trouble with it. I see this game going 2 ways, Patriots-Dolphins next week. The Dolphins will either destroy the New England Patriots, or the Patriots will squeak out a boring game that just doesn't make sense, but they get like a blocked punt for a touchdown, and that's most of their points, and that's kind of it. Like, the game will be decided by like 4 really ridiculous plays. 2 of them will be like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle deep balls, and then there'll be like a pick 6 or like a blocked punt or something along those lines. That's my assessment on this. Or the game is going to be just a complete blowout, and the Dolphins will walk to a victory and finally reestablish themselves. We'll see. Good job, Patriots. Man, they're the type of team that like blows out a team, and you just have no idea why or how they blew out a team. Like, why this week everything was humming, and then they're just so confusing other weeks. Maybe it's the Patriot way. That's what we're talking about now. And this Patriot way is turning into losing games in really weird and bad fashion, like in unbelievable fashion. That is becoming my new Patriot way. Let's move on to the top game. Maybe you can guess what it is.